welcome everyone to the August board meeting for Ignite CDA. If we'd all rise, please, for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. We'll start off the meeting with public comment. Is there any public comment in the crowd? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion to approve the consent calendar.
I will make a motion to approve the consent calendar for the July 16th board meeting minutes, the approval of payables as submitted, and the approval of district monthly financial statements.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion, corrections, questions?
I did not see the minutes on the website. Were they posted?
No, the minutes aren't posted until the board approves.
Until we approve them.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Thank you. That motion carries. Next up, we will open the budget hearing for fiscal year 2025 amended budget. Mr. Burns.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So not much has changed since I shared an overview of the FY 2025 amended budget with you at the July board meeting. The only item that I did change is you can see on the screen with the asterisk here, as I stated in my email to you, that we reinstated $50,000 into the Atlas district to cover any invoices incurred in this fiscal year pertaining to the Phase 3 master planning and effort. So that's the only thing I did, and so everything else is the same that you saw in July.
Okay. Open it up for public comment for the amended budget fiscal year 2025. Tony, any electronic or telephone comments?
I received no public comment at the office.
And seeing none here, I will entertain a motion then to approve the amended budget. Resolution, roll call.
You have to close them.
Let's just close the public hearing.
Oh,
officially
sorry,
first.
yeah. The hearing now for the amended fiscal year 2025 budget hearing is closed. Roll call, I guess.
So we need a motion.
I'll make a motion to to accept the Ignite CDA fiscal year 2025 amended budget for resolution 25-02.
I will second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion at all? Okay,
Roll call.
roll call, please.
Jester,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Metz,
Yes.
Hoskins,
Yes.
Meyer.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Next up is the budget hearing is open for the fiscal year 2026 budget. Tony, take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You see on the screen the budget for fiscal year 2026. I shared with you at the July board meeting, went over that. Nothing has changed in this budget, so it's identical to what the board approved for publication at the July board meeting. But I'm happy to entertain any questions that you have. And as you recall, the process is that the board approves these budgets, and then we have to send those to the city by September 1st as per Idaho code so that they can put those into their budgeting process also.
We'll open it up for public comment here. Was there any public comment via the telephone or electronics of any kind?
I did not receive any input at all at the office.
Any public comment in the crowd here? Seeing none, then I'll close the budget hearing for fiscal year 2026 and then look for a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 25-03, adoption of Ignite CDA fiscal year 2026 budget.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call, please, Tony.
Jester,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Metz,
Yes.
Hoskins,
Yes,
Meyer.
Yes.
that motion carries. Next up then is the executive, close the hearing. That's been closed. The next up is executive director's report, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to invite Mr. Phil Boyd up from Welchcomber Engineers to kind of start about the Atlas project, beginning with the monument signage design and pricing initiative.
Okay, thank you, Tony, Chairman Hoskin, and board members.
Welcome, Mr. Boyd.
Thank you. The three items on the agenda, on my agenda, are the monument signs, the Phase 3 I-90 import material, and then just an update on the Phase 3 Attainable Housing Master Planning process. So the monument signs, we've been talking about these for years. One of the last iterations we had talked to the board about was a couple of different scenarios for pricing the project. These were estimates. There was an estimate where if we had electrical to the signs, an estimate if we had solar lighting to the signs. We had some permit fees, some construction contingency we had talked about. The board considered this and decided to set a budget for $150,000 for construction. So we went forward with a design. This is the site plan to kind of orient everybody. Southeast Way is at the top of the screen, north is up. This is the entrance to Atlas Road. That's the south side of the roundabout there. One sign on the east side, one sign on the west side. I'll point out to the board that we have an easement for this sign that we secured a couple of years ago. We do not have an easement for this sign because the wisdom was like, let's not go pursue the easement if we're not certain we're going to go build the sign. So we've been designing and kind of redesigning to get to the price point. Ultimately ended up with a configuration that's very similar to this with solar lighting and got to a price from La Riviere of $137,000. The estimated permit fees are somewhere around $3,000, signage and building, which would leave a construction contingency of $9,800 for a total budget of $150,000. Not sure we'll need that construction contingency because there's not a lot of things to go wrong here, knock on wood. But the board had proposed that, and so I think in my memo I wrote to you, if the board is still comfortable with that budget, it might make some wisdom to put that construction contingency in under the direction of the executive director to authorize or not authorize a change associated with that. So I sped through that, but I know we're on a little bit of a time crunch, so I'm
All right.
trying to move quickly through it. So
Any
I'm glad to
questions
answer
on the signage?
questions.
Did we really have those colors decided? I'm just kidding.
That was the color.
Is it likely that we'd be able to construct the signage yet this year?
It depends on the easement on this side because of, I'm not sure, this easement took a really long time to negotiate with the property owner, and this property owner and this property owner were the same. I think this property, the Bow Apartments, was recently up for sale. I'm not sure if they have sold or not. If it's a new property owner, it might take a little bit of time, but I think we could see if La Riviere would at least start on that one. I'm not sure what their efficiency is of doing one at a time, but yeah, that would be the holdup, I think.
Thank you.
Phil, is the contract amount or proposed contract amount, is that a fixed fee
It
or a
is.
guaranteed max?
It's a fixed fee
Okay.
because there's not a lot of moving parts on this thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tony, you're wanting the board to approve that, correct?
Yes, we'll need a motion to approve that at the board, and we can set the cap, as you said, at $150,000.
I would recommend that we approve it to not to exceed a 150 amount.
So I'll make a motion to approve or to move forward with the construction of the monument signs not to exceed 150,000 with the caveat that the executive director has the leeway to use the construction contingency as needed.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded, then well stated. Anything else to talk about on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, that motion carries.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to the our favorite part of the project, the Phase 3, previously known as Mount Hink, but since the mountain's gone, we just call it Phase 3 now. This is actually a photograph from September of 2024. You can see there's a bunch of soils that were tipped here at the time. There's now a bunch more soil that's tipped into this area. The board might remember that this is an area of non-structural soil that we intend to build a green space in for this cottage court here. And so we've been looking for free soils. And we knew the I-90 project was coming along. When that project was out to bid, we sent out a notification to the contractors that said, hey, we're here. If you'd like to tip your soils here, you can come tip for free, and we'll spread and compact the soils. And so ultimately, N.A. Dagerstrom was the successful bidder for I-90 East. We've been communicating with them, negotiating a tipping agreement or a land use agreement with them, which Danielle and her associate in Boise, Brandon, have been super helpful with. That was in your board packet. And so there's kind of three parts to the discussion today is the N.A. Dagerstrom agreement, which the board would be entering an agreement that says, yes, you can come and tip your soils here under these conditions and for this period of time. The next portion of the package, we'll call it, is the T. La Riviere agreement that they would be spreading and compacting the soils to a surface that we're still figuring out as part of the Atlas Phase 3 master planning process. And then our construction phase services agreement to do surveying work, quantities, pay requests, a little bit of quality control in there, and just generally administering the construction project. And so those three numbers, the N.A. Dagerstrom, there's no contract value there. T. La Riviere is a unit price contract. Back to Commissioner Jester's comment earlier, this is a unit price contract, and they get paid based on the amount of work, the amount of soils they spread and compact. And I can tell you more details about that if you'd like. And then our construction phase services agreement, and then there's the terms of those, which we should be complete in May. Our objective is to be complete in May with the anticipation to keep the Phase 3 attainable housing project moving forward, where we would get into entitlements, subdivision design, infrastructure improvements, and eventually to the point where the board can dispose of that property, sell that property.
So that May 26th timeline finish this would,
Yep,
This phase.
that would be the objective, is to finish the work prior to that time.
would queue right up then with the attainable housing.
So these are the action items that are both in your agenda and as part of the package here. And I'm not sure if, well, let me back up and just pause for a second and see if there's any questions before I get into that, because I've sped through it fairly quickly. Okay.
So just to share with you that the NAD organization is fine with the agreement that we put together. They've signed it, so there's no issues with them not agreeing to any of the components of that agreement, so.
Okay?
So you're looking for a motion for those three items, I'm assuming?
Do you want an action item for each one of those? Okay.
3 separate motions if you're willing.
So then let's have a motion then for the tipping agreement, please.
I would make a motion to accept the agreement for the land use tipping agreement with N.A. Dagerstrom.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion, comments, questions? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, that motion carries.
Then the second motion would be for the T. La Riviere contract amendment.
Is that a not to exceed, seeing as how that unit,
to
that's a
exceed.
unit thing?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve the spread and compact soils contract amendment with T. La Riviere, not to exceed $173,000.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions on that? Comments? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, that motion carries also.
Then the third motion would be for the Welch Comer Phase 3 Structural Soil Spread and Compact Construction Administration Contract Amendment.
I think I could say that one a little bit easier. I'll make a motion to approve the construction phase services contract amendment with a Welch Comer not to exceed $24,340.
Second.
That motion's moved and seconded. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. That motion carries also.
Okay, thank you. Well, that's good progress. It's been a long time coming, and it's
Yeah.
exciting to get to this point. The last little update I have for the board is to just walk through, the board authorized our firm as well as GGLO and Heartland to move forward with Attainable Housing Master Plan. I don't think, I know we haven't walked through what the schedule is. We've started on the work, and I just have a list of the tasks here and how we're going to move through it. Right now, we're looking at the different housing mixes, the housing types that could be there, for instance, single-family, twin homes, townhomes, cottage style, stack flats. And GGLO is in the process of organizing the site and developing a couple of options for the ad hoc committee to look at. We've got a meeting scheduled for next Tuesday with the ad hoc committee. We'll present these things in a pretty conceptual form because we don't want to get ahead of what the committee's thinking about. We'll show those things on next Tuesday. Then we'll start talking to the builder community, because one of the things that's important is to make sure whatever we conceive of is marketable, buildable, hits the price points that we're all thinking. Because the last thing we want to do is get to the end and put out something and the builders say, we can't make this work. So this is an important step, and we talked a lot about this leading up to it with the ad hoc committee. Once we get that builder feedback, we'll move into estimating total project costs and putting together AMI price points, area median income, and then we'll do some concept refinement, meet with the ad hoc committee again. And the idea is to just keep moving down the funnel with the ad hoc committee, because they're going to be way into the details to the extent it's probably not efficient to accomplish here. We'll do some more concept refinement and then have a board meeting later in October where the board can look at it and say, gosh, this is great, you guys really hit the mark, or gee, we need to do some more tweaking on it. And you can
And that
see
might be a workshop venue.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah. I did use workshop on there, yeah. And then we would do a final plan, and then in theory, once the plan is final, we could move into entitlements, subdivision design, and all the things, potentially a PUD if needed, to accomplish some of the densities that we're thinking about there. But just wanted to make sure the board knew we were progressing, give you a little bit of a schedule so you can understand what will be forthcoming. Glad to answer any questions.
Very good.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Very good. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Phil. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman, for
Thanks,
Executive
Tony.
Director's report.
I mean, that, with approving that, hauling that soil, that's kind of a finished, is that structural soil conversation finished also along with monument signage?
There's potentially two milestones we've accomplished
Check 'em
tonight,
off.
isn't
In
there?
the
Yeah,
same
I'm not,
meeting, so.
yeah, that's a very good point.
Those
We
have
could-
been a long, long-term
That has
project.
been a long time going. It certainly has.
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Next up on the agenda is board commissioner comments. Does any commissioner have a comment? Seeing none, then I will entertain a motion to enter executive session, please.
I move that we enter into executive session.
Idaho Code.
Under
And-
Idaho Code
Idaho
74.
Code.
Under Idaho, whoa, wait a minute, I got to get the readers on here.
Go, Gene.
Under Idaho Code, Section 74-206.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Section 1B.
One
So,
Baker.
subsection 1B. Do I need to read that out?
If you would.
Okay, that's just fine. To consider the evaluation of the Ignite CDA Executive Director.
Okay,
Second.
moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Roll call.
Roll call, please.
Yester,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Metz,
Yes.
Hoskins,
Yes.
Meyer.
Yes.
Hey, Mike, we're in executive session, and that's a wrap.